We never unplugged, right?
Alrighty. Oh my gosh, this is so frothy.
Good job!
You want some?
Carol made a matcha today.
It's froth or frothy?
Ooh! And I made tea. Cheers.
Today,
We are talking about...
do you ever feel lonely?
Do you ever feel like a plastic bag?
Drifting through the wind?
Not really, honestly.
Well, we can just cut that there and finish the episode. Living in New York, and sometimes it's hard to find friends.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like something that we hear a lot from our friends is that when they first moved here, it was really hard to find friends. You just meet people like this all the time.
Like touch and go.
Yeah.
Touch and go.
But then, like, how do you find people who stick with you?
Like your tribe. Like
Yeah.
people you can count on.
Yeah. Or just, like, any meaningful connection with people, too. Like, yeah, even if it's, like, not a really, really close friend, but, like, someone that you can catch up with and hang out with. So we have some scientific method that we used for this episode.
Yeah, this is your public school education.
Like school education, and we have a marketer among us, so she has some stats from the marketing community.
The marketing community, aka NYC Health, reports
From
2023
Yeah.
that 55% of New Yorkers say they often or always feel lonely.
Yeah, and we looked up that there's 8 million people in New York City.
Yeah.
And so, marketing major, can you please...
So, like, some quick maths, right?
Some quick maths.
That means over 4 million people are always or often feeling lonely.
No,
and
yeah.
that's a lot of people.
That is a lot of people.
Yeah. I was reading another article about how, based on, like, lived experience, that New York is the loneliest city, second only to maybe, like, Paris. I've also heard, like, similar sentiments about, like, London and just other big cities.
I do think that, like, someone who hasn't lived in New York City probably won't see immediately why New York would be lonely. Because I think when you think of New York, it's like, oh, you have so many people of, like, the same age, like, really diverse. And the accessibility is really high, so you can, like, see your friends all the time. There's, like, a lot to do, so you're always, like, out and about. There's a hair in my hair.
Better?
No. Anyway. I wouldn't say that, like, woe is me, like, New York is so lonely, but there's so much to do and so much fun.
Yeah.
But I do think that even if there is a lot of people, it doesn't necessarily mean that it's, like, very easy to find people to drive with. And maybe that's the case at other cities too, but we'll just talk about, like, what makes it hard here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
32% say they cannot count on someone to take care of them if they're sick.
Yeah.
When you had COVID, bro, that was crazy.
No one touched me.
I was like,
left.
you're on your own.
They all went hiking without me upstate.
No, but that was tough. Like,
was tough.
Especially when we first moved here, we were getting sick a lot.
Yeah.
And if you have no one to call and you have to, like, walk to CVS by yourself, density does not equal connection. But
And
I think
that's counterintuitive.
Yeah.
Truly. Truly. But it's real.
like, a theory in my mind is, like, we see that there are so many people out there, and so people feel either, like, less invested in new connections they make, or that there's, like, oh, if I don't get perfectly along with this person, if I don't click, like, there's other people out there. And you just get so, like, spread.
Yeah, true.
Like, almost more choice is bad, you know what I mean?
And also, like, it's kind of intimidating to, like, put yourself out there to like, see a bunch of new people. Yeah.
Ugh.
And, like, everything you go to in New York City is, like, new people all the time. And so, yeah, getting yourself to a point where you're like, oh, I do want to, like, put myself out there to invest and find my people. It's like, it's like an intentional effort that you have to make, I feel.
Yeah.
So that's tough.
35% of people say they don't have someone to talk to when they're sad or have a problem.
Yeah. That's really sad.
That's really sad. Come join our couch.
Yeah.
That's all we do. We talk about our sad problems.
True. Until, like, 3 a.m. in the morning, and then I regret it the next day.
Yeah.
So, our thesis is that density does not equal connection. And we think there are 3 big reasons, mutually exclusive.
Possibly inclusive.
Yeah.
As to why that is.
Yeah. But I do think that we're extremely blessed to move together, I think.
Yeah.
And not everyone has that who moves to New York. And so hopefully we can kind of talk about some things that we went through, even though we had each other, to like find our own people. And hopefully that is like helpful to anyone out there who's moving to New York for the first time.
Yeah, because it's worth calling out that like we have shared friends in the city, but we also definitely have our distinct communities.
Yeah, true.
I think, for example, like early on when you moved here, you like went to some volleyball open gyms through like one friend of ours, and then through that met some other people.
Yeah, which is, I think that's like crazy that happened. Yeah, like one of our friends was like, hey, like come play volleyball, and like invited like 3 other people from our school,
even though we didn't know each other that well.
All of us didn't really know each other, and then we started going to open gym, and then we at that first open gym met people there that we are like our close friends today. And also I went to the volleyball stuff like without you, so I feel like there's like still like, even though we had each other, there's still like times where we had to be like, okay, this is my intentional decision to like go here, and we're going to meet new people. Yeah. And I think at that point when we first moved, we had a lot of energy to meet new people. Dude, I look back and I'm like, I don't know how I did that. I know.
Like going to all of those new functions.
True.
With so many new, like I would just walk into parties not knowing anyone except the host. Yeah. Or we didn't even know the host. We were just like one of +5s. But then we meet people through that.
Yeah. I do think like when you first move to New York, it's like a really exciting thing, hopefully. And I feel like there are a lot of cool people in New York, and people who have similar like interests and drive, and because there's so many people, like I'm like confident that there's like people for each person.
Oh, for sure. Yeah. Like, I think in our own experience, we've found, like, the niche of the niches of, like, people who share, like, just such unique interests.
Yeah, like, probably one of our closest friends are people who went to a similar college experience where they also kind of went to church, and they were in, like, Christian...
Yeah.
What are they called?
A Christian acapella.
Oh, yeah.
Did you forget the word acapella? That was literally our lives.
I know.
That was... She just wiped that from her brain.
There's some trauma attached to that. Anyway.
We can get into that.
We can get into that later. But like, we all did, like, an a cappella group in college that was, like, Christian focused, and we all kind of went to church, and it was, like, those shared experiences, that's, like, so niche. Like, I literally cannot... And sometimes we talk about it and we're like, wait, you literally lived the same life I did, but at a different school.
On the other side of the coast.
Yeah, and they're from the East Coast. Like, it's... Yeah. So...
But that was, like, just the beginning of our relationship, like, how we got connected. Yeah. We're like, immediate, like, bond over that. But, like, from there has extended, like, way beyond.
True. Yeah. I do feel like it's hard. Like, I acknowledge... And everyone probably should acknowledge that it's hard to put yourself out there in New York City. But I think the benefits and, like, the huge amounts of blessing from, like, sometimes not even a close friend, like, someone that you just, like, have done life with and seen around and been part of your community. And, you can be very, very blessed by those people. Yeah. And it's worth to put yourself out there.
Yeah. To that point, I think one reason why New York can feel lonely is because sometimes you only share, like, seasons with people.
That's true. Yeah.
As opposed to, like, if you move back to your home city, or you stayed in the same city as a lot of your college friends.
Yeah. You move through a lot of different life stages together. And yeah. The continuity is, like, that's the benefit of a suburb. Right. Yeah.
But I think in contrast here, like, the expectation is not that we share multiple life stages. Like, that is so precious if it does happen.
Yeah, true.
But
it's equally as precious to just have the expectations of, like, this is our season right now where, like, you have been brought into my life so perfectly in this timing, and, like, I'm yeah, I'm going to appreciate every moment that we have
Yeah.
together in this season that we're in the same place.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I feel like it's tough to get to that mindset, but just like taking stock of like the present, like that our paths got to cross right now.
Yeah, true.
It can be hard because continuity is grounding. I think that does create security. And so when people leave, it's sad.
It is
And
sad.
we
and
see-
sometimes we cry.
This literally happened yesterday, so it's tough. It's
Top
a
of
little
mind.
top of mind. Okay. We were saying that like sometimes it's not just saying goodbye to that person, but to that season that you guys shared together. They were a core part of our friend group that we moved here with.
Yeah.
Like early days when we were still like discovering New York City, like finding our people, going to new places. He was the one that introduced
Volleyball.
the
Yeah.
volleyball group basically. And so inevitably our friend group is going to change. And so it was like kind of mourning that too.
Yeah. Yeah. The season.
I have a friend who has lived in New York for 10 years, and recently, like in the past few years, almost all of his friends who he moved to the city with have now left.
Dang.
Yeah. And so he's like refinding his tribe
Yeah.
a little bit.
Yeah. But it also teaches us to like be present and grateful for people who are in our life right now.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
it's okay when people leave and you send them off to be great friends to new people. Yeah.
I do feel like a challenge that I want to like resist is becoming averse to deep relationships with people out of fear of them leaving. Which I felt myself like tempted to do. It's like a defense mechanism maybe to be a little bit more closed off because you don't know if they're going to stay or not. And then long term it can create like, oh, I'm an independent person and I don't need other people in my life. Because I can survive on my own, and like if they come or go, that's not going to affect me as much.
But also when like you first move to a city and like you meet someone at a party and you're like, oh my gosh, that was like a great connection and we got each other's Instagram and
Dude,
like we were
yeah.
like, let's follow up, like let's hang out.
Yeah.
When you never see that person again. Yeah, and that just happens over and over again, and then you're like,
really
you
does.
know what? This is tough.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's tiring. It's
Yeah.
hard. But I don't want to ever get like jaded to building new community and deepening roots with people out of fear
Yeah.
of like change or people leaving.
Yeah. I think the people that have stuck, I actually think it's through like something like volleyball or something like church where you have like systems in place to see them over and over again in a way that's like not like high expectation.
Yeah.
I don't know if that makes sense. But like
Yeah.
it's not like, oh, like we have to get coffee like every so often to like keep in touch with each other, but like have no other system of like getting to know each other.
I feel like there's innate bonding in that like we're going to see each other every week.
Yeah.
Inherently they become some source of like constant. Even if it's just for a season.
Yeah.
I think with one-on-one relationships, there's a lot of proactivity involved. It's like, let's schedule the next time we're going to see each other. And with a lot of my one-on-one friends, like we see each other once a month maybe. And that feels pretty good. But like a weekly cadence.
I also think sports in general in New York City is like it's like a good starting point. I don't know. Maybe I'm biased, but I think
No, I think it's true. Run clubs are popping off right now.
Okay,
But I've heard this in other cities too. Like my sister lives in LA and she's been joining different run clubs and meeting a lot of people that way.
oh, that's
So,
really cool.
Yeah. And that's also like they meet up to like 3 times a week together.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially with sports, like that can become like a big part of your life.
And a lot of people start new sports here. It's not like you like one of our friends yesterday was like, yo, like I took a clinic volleyball clinic the other day, can I join your team? I'm like, okay, bro.
And he was like showing us how high you could jump.
Yeah. But I feel like there's a lot of ways to get into sports too, so it's
Yeah,
not like
true.
you
It's
don't
very
have to be
accessible.
like intimidated by like
True.
Yeah.
It's very accessible. Yeah. A hack is when we first moved here, I don't know how ClassPass knew, but I kept getting 1 month free from ClassPass. And that like allowed me to just test out like what things are out there.
True. And we did like class passes with some of our friends.
Yeah,
too.
exactly. Like we
Yeah.
all got ClassPass at the same time. Or when we first moved to the city, most studios here will do like your first class free. And so we did a lot of first class frees
Oh, yeah?
together. Like with
did?
Clark, with Joy.
Oh.
Yeah, we went to like Pilates with with our friends.
Yeah.
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 Never done Pilates before.
Yeah.
So,
Not gonna lie, I don't think I was there, but yeah.
Okay. She was busy with volleyball.
True. Goodbye, yesterday.
I'm living on a new day.
Anyway.
We were talking about like suburbs where there's more like community-based events. Maybe like neighborhood events, for example.
Yeah. Or like, I think because in the suburbs, like you have like just this amount of people in your neighborhood that's like in close proximity. Like you're gonna have to know each other and you're gonna meet and stuff.
Yeah.
We were like comparing it to dorms in college where like I had like 100 people on my floor and like it was really hard to make friends even though we all lived on the same floor and there's a lot of people.
Yeah. But in
then,
contrast, I had 20 people on my floor.
Yeah.
And that was my closest friend group for the majority of college.
Yeah. So I feel like just because there's a lot more people, it doesn't mean like it's like there's systems in place for you to get close.
Yeah.
And so you have to make those systems yourself.
That's a really good example of density does not equal connection.
True. Yeah. So I feel like in the suburbs, like volleyball at my local school is free. And like you can just go every Saturday and there's a free open gym. Here, it's $25. You have to travel, like, you have to get on the train, probably transfer, and, like, it's, like, 30-minute commute. So I think, and it's, like, not consistently the same people that are, like, in your neighborhood that go to this open gym.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think about when I was living in Ohio, and...
Did you know? Wait.
I'm actually not from California,
Can you actually say that
by the way?
again? Are you an Ohioan? Can you confirm?
Ohio. OH.
Wait, she actually spent
Ohio.
her elementary and middle school years in Ohio.
Okay, but still the majority of my life.
No! Wait, when did you move?
Yeah, I moved when I was 13.
Oh!
And then I lived in California for 9 years. And now we're here. So.
Oh, I guess.
Okay, so even though I get trolled, Ohio was a big part of my life.
Okay, side story though. Like, so Cinder worked at the Campanile on the Berkeley campus. The Campanile is like tower. The clock tower.
The big tower, yeah.
Anyway, she worked at the big tower and like was manning the tower or whatever. And like on her badge, you like say like where you're from.
Yeah.
And like we're like most of Berkeley's like from California and she's like from like friggin' San Francisco or whatever, and on her badge says Ohio.
I probably should have just stuck with my major or something, put that on instead.
True. But then I guess people who were from Ohio.
I bonded.
The one or two people who came to Berkeley
were from
Ohio.
That was literally the reason why I put it on. I was like, I want them to feel seen. The kids who travel all the way from Ohio for a campus tour, like in California, like they should be excited. They belong here too. Anyway. No, it was tough because they would ask about like out of state tuition and I'm like,
that's actually so bad.
It's like, I'm sorry.
Okay. Man. Anyways, that was a side story. What were you saying?
I was gonna say, when I lived in Ohio, that was the strongest sense of like neighborhood community that I've ever felt. Like SF or the Bay did not.
And how many people live in Ohio? Let's just talk about that.
Okay. And like generally speaking, I don't look like the majority of people in Ohio.
Really no.
However, I lived on a cul-de-sac with like 10 houses and we had block parties like every week at least, like if not more, multiple times a week in the summer. Like people would just host in their backyards. We'd like bring our lawn chairs over.
Yeah.
We'd like set up a bonfire and like all the kids were friends. Like all of us, we would be like scootering and biking and playing, like drawing chalk on the sidewalk. And that was like our chosen family. Like just 'cause we lived together like that. And when we moved, it was a huge thing. Like people like were sending us off. It was like a very big moment for the neighborhood, like for the cul-de-sac.
Aww. It's really cute.
Yeah, because the expectation there is like you're gonna walk life together, like through seasons and life stages.
Yeah.
Yeah, and yeah,
It's hard to find here. Yeah. Or it's like very extremely rare.
yeah.
Yeah. Our old apartment, we had no idea who lived next to us. Like,
No idea.
yeah, literally, and we probably never saw them, actually.
Yeah,
Like,
or we would pass by, but it's an assumed thing that you just don't talk to each other.
yeah, true.
Like,
Literally.
I remember when I first moved here, I felt awkward that we were standing next to the elevator, waiting for the elevator together, like
Oh,
me
really?
and a neighbor
Oh,
on
wow.
the same floor, and we wouldn't talk.
Yeah. I mean, that's the case with, like, any other neighbors
Yeah.
here, too.
Yeah, now it's very normal.
Yeah. And that's, like, the assumed practice. But then we had, like, when we first moved in here, like, our across-the-hall neighbor who, like, came and knocked on our door and gave us pastries. And
Yeah.
was like, hey, like,
Yeah.
welcome to the neighborhood. Like, I'm your neighbor. And we were like, what the heck is
So
this?
sweet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was a huge surprise. Or, like, it wasn't even that we did anything.
Like, that's just not common. And she celebrated our housewarming with us.
Yeah.
Even though she couldn't make it, like, she dropped off.
Wine.
A bottle, yeah.
And she, like, wrote a note, and it's on
Yeah.
our fridge now. Yeah.
And I think, like, I wonder if, like, anybody watching this who lives in a suburb is like, why is this surprising to you? But genuinely,
Yeah.
like, this,
Genuinely,
like, blew our minds.
Yeah. Because literally we do not, like, it's shared understanding.
Yeah.
Shared understanding, we don't talk.
Yeah, you keep to yourselves.
Yeah. Yeah.
In Ohio, I would, like, walk from the bus stop back to my house, which is, like, probably less than 400 feet. And, like, if a neighbor was, like, driving past, they're like, oh, you want to, like, jump in? I'll give you a ride the rest of the way. For, like a 2-minute ride.
Oh, that's really cute.
And, like, even if not, they would, like, roll down their window and be like, hey, what's up? Like, no one's what's upping me in Long Island City.
No, yeah.
Unless we bump into each other on the street.
True.
Then it's like, what are you doing here?
Yeah. Even if we bump into a friend, like they probably wouldn't say anything.
Wait, really?
That's just, like, assumed like, sometimes you don't want to talk in New York City. Like, you just, like, walk by even a friend and you're like, you don't really want to talk.
Wait, really?
Yeah.
Okay, I definitely talk.
Oh.
Do they not want to talk to
Or
me?
like let's say like you bump into an acquaintance, like, on the street.
Oh.
But, like, and then you have to, like, catch up. But then I feel like, even if it's a close friend, I'm like, hey,
Really?
bye.
In contrast, our doorman from our last apartment,
Oh, true.
we would just have hour-long conversations with.
True. Wait, that's also another example of, like, New York connections, slightly outside of our regular circle of people, like, that we got to meet our, like, really nice doormen that we had at our last apartment, who have lived very different lives than us, and yeah, and, like, can speak to, like, New York's, like, growing up or, like, doing their whole life in New York City.
Dude, living in Lower East Side for like 40 years.
Yeah,
you said?
like, living in a rent-controlled building and they're paying really cheap rent, but
Like, could not fathom that.
yeah, could not fathom.
Yeah, wow.
Yeah, so New York connections.
Yeah. Well, something I really admire about our doormen from our last building was, like, they met so many tenants. Like, we had 40 floors in that building.
Yeah.
And
41.
Penthouse floor. Tenants come in and out, like, so regularly.
Yeah.
And
they move out every year.
yeah,
so,
every year.
Yeah.
And yet they were willing to build connections with us.
Yeah.
And so I feel like I see them as people who have mastered, like, the art of building connections, but not, like, holding on tightly, but just appreciating.
Yeah.
Like, in the moment.
True. Yeah.
That overlap.
Yeah.
And then-
and New Yorkers don't do that, I feel.
Yeah. But then, like, we visited our doorman this past weekend, or we were just, like, in the area and stopped by, and it was so great to catch up.
Yeah.
Like, he still remembers us, and
Yeah.
yeah. And I feel like I saw in his eyes, or, like, in his reaction to seeing us, like, it's so good to see an old face.
Yeah.
Like, he didn't just forget about us.
Yeah.
It
that
wasn't.
was so nice of him.
Yeah. So I want to be like that
Yeah.
a little more. Yeah, like, hospitable to every single person who, like, crosses their path.
Yeah. I think that's another thing about, like, finding your tribe. I think it's really hard to get to a point where you find your people. But then I think it's very easy to be like, okay, these are my people, and this is, like, where I put all my energy. But I think something that, like, is still really, like, incredible, showcased by our doorman John, is that, like, like even like small interactions, like one-off, can be like very impactful.
Yeah.
So yeah, still like, yes, like making sure that you have boundaries for yourself and your social capacity, but also like being open for like little connections like that.
Totally. Yeah. To the point of boundaries, though, like I think in the past 3 years of living in New York, it's like given me a lot of practice in that too. Like I didn't come to New York understanding like how many connections I can make without burning out. Like I didn't have a sense of those boundaries, and so it was kind of like, oh, maybe I said yes too much like this month or this season, and I need to pull back. Or like seasons of like, oh, I feel like I have extra capacity and let me go out again.
True. Yeah.
So it's a process. It's figuring that out.
Yeah, true. I think when you first move to New York, you probably can't have too many boundaries up because you want to meet new people.
Yeah.
And then like slowly as you're like developing your people in New York, like
deepen some relationships.
Yeah. And then that means that you need to hold space for those people, and that might mean that you have to like cut back on saying yes on other things.
Yeah. And that's good. I feel like it's really good to like regularly like check in on yourself with that.
Yeah,
like,
true.
Where you want to spend your time and just being intentional about that.
Yeah, true. Yeah.
I feel like that's a lot of our late night conversations.
Yeah. I feel like, big themes of like adulthood in New York. Boundaries. Yeah. Friendship.
Yeah, community.
Dating. Yeah.
Valid salad. Yeah.
It's another podcast for another time.
Yeah. Well,
those are kind of just some of our thoughts.
Yeah.
I feel like, to summarize, like, I do think that New York City is like an amazing place to invest your time in.
The greatest city in the world.
The greatest city in the world.
Yeah. But sometimes it's tough.
And I'm not saying it's not tough in other cities, but it's tough uniquely in some way in New York. Mm-hmm. And this is like our experience and some things that we learned.
Mm-hmm. And now we love it.
We do love it. Yeah.
New York.
I heart NY.
I don't think that's a song.
Well, now it is.
Fun fact, when we lived in Times Square, there would not be one day that I went without hearing Empire State of Mind.
Oh, yeah. In New York, concrete jungle where dreams are made of, nothing can ruin.
That was good.
Yeah. Or, welcome to New York. Yeah.
It's been waiting for you.
Welcome to New York.
Anyway, so join us.
Yes, come to New York.
Yes, and sit on our couch.
True. This was a plug to move to New York.
Yes. To all you friends who say that you're doing it, that you're gonna come,
this is
like
your moment.
The moment is now.
True.
Okay.
Anywho, like and subscribe. Comment. Goodbye.
Goodbye.